Oh my gosh. All right. I don't remember much of what we were doing, but hopefully hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, so I switched to the Desperate Housewives video game, and now I'm gonna have trouble remembering what happened in this game. Okay, let me just... Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to move my camera. My webcam. I'm gonna move it over here. I think that's good. A bit more. Yeah. So, oh my gosh. Okay, wait, hold on a sec. We should have a report within half an hour. A small box? Oh my gosh, I need a recap. What small box? I forgot about any small box. So there was a small box in the... I shouldn't have waited for that long to go back to the game. Now I barely have any recollection of what happened previously on Greatest Attorney Chronicles. Oh, so they were trying to find his box, but they couldn't find it? It was moved. Oh, maybe they took already what's inside. We have to consider what might have been inside that box. Okay. So we're trying to think of why they were in here. I think perhaps we should recess for a short while until the evidence is brought forth. To be hoodwinked by such a farce, disappointing. I beg your pardon, Lord Van Zeeks. This is nothing but a smoke screen. A Japanese specialty, it would seem. What are you trying to say? Oh, yep, Van Zeeks, back at it again. My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. That this witness' intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Okay, yeah, this is what we're trying to establish. Yet common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place. You never know. Oh yeah! Wait, his real name is Graydon? Hold on. Okay, what was his real name? Ashley Graydon. Can we go back to Edgar Benedict? I like the fact that his name was like a play on a breakfast dish, you know? It's Benedict eggs are very like fancy breakfast, and now he's just Ashley Graydon. What does that even mean? Oops. It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such a commonplace property. If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of his trial. A trial in which he was found not guilty. A trial in which it was established he was the upstanding member of society, his reputation implied in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defense. The articles this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat, that just happened to have a music box disc in one of its pockets and a small box. I assure you, I wouldn't accept even if a man tried to make a gift of such things to me. You know, that doesn't make rather a lot of sense. It's not as if it was gold or jewels, is it? Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I'm not gonna read all of that. The prosecution's argument is undeniably compelling. It is incumbent on the defense now to bolster its argument. And more wine on this poor lamp. To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles pawned by this fine citizen could have. Well, counsel, is your argument in fact demonstrable? Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any tangible way related to this case? Well, I would be able to tell if I could recall every detail of the case. What's the matter, Runo? Oh yeah, there's this little child over here. There's this little child who's still like, who's a who is like still helping us. Okay, hold on. We know that they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence. Yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know Miss McGilda's true character, and we know the disc is significant, even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that Miss McGilda's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. That the defense's argument was flawed, based on false information. Oh no! And that would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury. But Jeannie, could it be that Van Zieks knows? Is that why he's doing this now? Because he anticipated everything? You're giving him too much credit, Ryu. You're kind of giving him too much credits. But maybe this could be a great opportunity for us. Sorry, what do you mean, Iris? Well, what is it that you always say, Runo? Sooner or later, the truth comes out every time. Alright, the exact significance of the things that Mr. McGilda deposited with Mr. Windybank is something that only Gina can explain to the court. But if I put her on the stand to testify about that, it could critically damage our chances of winning this case. I say YOLO. I say we do it. What's the right thing to do here? Let's just do this. My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal. Oh, what proposal, counsel? While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilda's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand. The defendant? To what end? Because it's to do with the various articles deposited at Windybanks by Mr. McGilda, my lord. Mrs. Lestrade has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. Oh yeah, she is the one who deposited those stuff. It will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all. Well, things are becoming interesting. I presume you consider the implications of the testimony you're proposing, in particular the impact it will have on the accused standing and indeed on your own. I have. Lord Van Zieks, would you care to explain that last remark? The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. He asked you a question. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself. Damn. Very well, if you have no objection. So, the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. Your witnesses currently in the stand may step down until further notice. Then I shall bid you a good day. Wait. You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Mr. Lestrade testifies. As you wish. Why, though? Alright then, Gina, it's time. I know this will be hard, but please put your faith in me here. Good luck, Bruno. This is gonna be awkward. She's the one who assaulted him, bit him in the arm. Didn't she do that? The articles that Mr. McGilded had deposited in Windy Bank's pawnbrokery are intimately related with the omnibus case, the trial of which was heard in this courtroom 2 months ago. Yes, and I remember this young lady being brought before me in that trial as well. That's right, my lord. Her testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGilded. The omnibus case was intriguing to say the least. And now here we all are again, the same players in that trial facing each other once more. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Nipponese friend. Allow me to recap the events of 2 months ago. Oh, thank God, a recap. An old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an omnibus running along London's winter streets. Apart from the victim, there was only one person in the carriage. Mr. McGilded. Oh, finally, we get a recap. Naturally, he was a prime suspect for the murder. But as the trial progressed, another possibility emerged. That the murder in fact took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck, with the body then being dropped through the skylight into the carriage below. It was Mr. Lestrade whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Mr. Lestrade was concealed under the seat in the carriage, hoping to pick the pockets of unsuspected passenger. How was she gonna do that from, like, under the seat? She wouldn't be able to, like, lift the thing if someone was sitting on it. That was a bad plan. Gina, like, that was such a bad plan. You shouldn't have done that. That was a bad mistake. Then immediately after the trial, having been acquitted of the murder, Mr. McGilded died in this very courtroom in the most extraordinary of circumstances. A mystery that remains unsolved even now, 2 months on, as indeed does the omnibus murder itself. Be that as it may, I recall neither the Discord nor this small box being mentioned in the course of those proceedings. Mr. Lestrade, would you tell the court now, please, what really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago, I mean? I don't know what you mean. I already said what I know. And what about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Mr. Lestrade, this is extremely important. Remember, little girl, if it transpires that you willfully withheld information in the trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury. Yeah, that's what we're asking you to do. To lose all credibility as a witness. Yup, although, let's face facts, you have little credibility to lose. Damn, okay. Genie, don't listen to him. Please, you have to trust Runo now. Iris, we're on your side. Alright then. I'll talk. It's the right choice, Gina. While it would seem that my learned friend is hell-bent on bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears, so be it. I must confess that I'm struggling to understand what on earth is happening here. However, it would appear that Mr. McGilded's pawn article and that extraordinary case of the omnibus harbor secrets, which we have been hitherto how to say hitter. No. Come on.
Hitherto. Hitherto. Hitherto.
Hitherto. Wait.
Hitherto.
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 Hit her too. Wait, why does it sound like I'm hit her too?
Hitherto. Hitherto.
What?
Hitherto.
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 Hitherto. Nah, that's problematic. That is problematic. I hate it. Oh my gosh. What does that mean? Until now. Well, then why don't you say until now? With an H. With hitherto. Hitherto. Well, they are in the UK, so it should be
Hitherto.
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 Hitherto. God, what? I never want to hear this word ever again. I never want to hear this word ever again in my entire life, okay? We are up until now unaware. So, Mr. Strad, you will now give your testimony before the court about the events of 2 months ago. You will reveal the truth, a commodity sorely lacking in your original statements. This is it then. Everything's going to come out. Like Van Zeek said. This could bring the whole courtroom down about my ears. But as a lawyer, I'm prepared to take that risk. The real truth of the omnibus case. Truth is that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the whole time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over me head, and that pair on the roof deck went off to call the slops. Oh my gosh, not the British people Britishing. What is with the lingo? Slosh? Slop? Slops? Cove? What are you talking about? That's when McGilded slipped the driver something to do. Run to the pawn shop roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch. Not to say nothing to no one about what I'd seen or heard. This makes me want to this makes me want to disengage the whole UK altogether. God damn. Good grief, this is outrageous. What you just told the court bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago. As you say, my lord. Then there's every chance I may have adjudicated an error in Miss McGilda's trial. Sounds very much to me as if the man deliberately deceived this court in an effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes. Without doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this courtroom 2 months ago. That was kind of bullshit though, like, because if we had lost this case, then we would have been sent back to go home. That was some bullshit, let's be real. The actions of the accused in that trial of this witness and of my learned friend are entirely inexcusable. Listen, like, how is this our fault? We never asked anybody. We didn't even know she was lying. God damn, this is racism. This is racism. Pure and simple. This is anti-Asian sentiment over here. How dare they? Not the lawyer from the East? You're wrong on that, lot of y'all. Mr. Naruto, the lawyer there, didn't even know nothing about it. Humbug! Not humbug! I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe that? Oh, I knew juror number 2 has some racism in her. Like, she's showing. She's showing. You stitched everyone up, didn't he? What an operation to get that man off scot-free. Unforgivable. Stop. The lies have to stop. Stop. Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate. However, it's imperative that the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony, because the true significance of McGilda's pawn articles must be brought to light. Very well, my learned student friend. Given the depths of calamity you have just plunged yourself into, they may be worth hearing. He fell for it. Words fail me, the situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruto, have they never played an Ace Attorney game before? I'm like they are acting so like, they're acting as if this was the end of the world. But have they never played an Ace Attorney game before? Every single witness we've had before in this game, and every witness in the previous games have lied. That's why Phoenix Wright and this guy, Naruto, had to be there to expose the fact that they've been perjuring themselves all this time. She wasn't the only one who perjured herself. The little shitheads, like the little Wario and Waluigi from earlier, perjured themselves. You don't hear people like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, they perjured themselves. Well, so everybody did. That's why we had cross-examination. Like this game just now, this game is going through a woke phase. They just got woke. They were like, oh my gosh, we've been problematic this whole time. We've been perjuring ourselves this whole time, and now they're acting as if as if this is the end of the world. No, you just been doing what you were best at doing, perjuring yourself. You know. Mm-hmm. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Oh, listen, like I'm not gonna sit here and take this bullshit. Okay, go back to your little workshop until next Christmas, Santa Claus. Okay. The holidays are over. You're not relevant until next Christmas. Okay. You may come out like when November comes, okay? But until then, I don't want to hear from you, okay? You're not fooling anybody, Santa Claus. Of course, my lord. Blimey, Mr. Nara Odo. Now, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. The real truth of the omnibus case. Okay, I'm just gonna press on everything. And you were hiding in that cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Mr. Strad? If I remember rightly, in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats? Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can see nothing at all. Wait. Oh, this guy was still here. What are they talking about? They're like whispering to each other. What the fuck? Excuse me. Something's happening here. What are you talking about? Like, why are you whispering to each other? The little schemers. I know, right? Like, how dare they ignore? Like, we're having something important happening right now, okay? I'm having my moment as a lawyer, and you're just sitting here, like, just showing your backs to me like that? Oh my gosh. Guava, hi, welcome.
We're glad you're here.
Welcome. How are you doing? How was your week? Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I feel certain that you claim Mr. McGilded was the sole passenger, didn't you not? False testimony, my lord. It's going good. Oh, well, I'm glad. Isn't it like... Wait, hold on a sec. Right now, it's... What is it, like 11 a.m. where you are? Did you already have lunch? I don't know, wait, hold on. No, it's not 11, it's like noon. It's tomorrow. I know, it's so confusing. It's Monday now. 12:30, you just had lunch? Cool, what did you eat? That's what you told me to... Oh my gosh. Oh, no, never mind. But it's important that you tell us the truth now. I can't do the freaking... Oh my gosh, reading what she says is such a pain in the ass. Were Mr. McGilded and the victim acquaintances? I don't know. You made a small cheesesteak sandwich and fried rice. Oh, that's awesome. And they knew, but I did hear them talking a lot. What were they talking about? Well, I couldn't hear too well. If I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying. Oh, nice. I had steak with... Okay, so I love eggs. Especially hard-boiled eggs. So my mom, she cooks a lot of hard-boiled eggs. And she takes the meat and the eggs and she puts them in some kind of pot. And mix them up with some kind of sauce. I don't know what that sauce is. I would have to ask, but then it would like come out and it's really like mixed in with the sauce and it's delicious. And I would eat that with rice. I don't know. I mean. Yeah, that's my household. We do be having... Like I ate 3 hard-boiled eggs with steak and rice. Perhaps business dealings of some kind. Well, anyway, they got louder and louder. It started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I hardly dared to breathe, and then all of a sudden, I heard a noise like someone killing over on the floor. It was booming loud and all. I believe you let out an involuntary scream. Yeah, that's what gave me away. Ever since I started reading that smut novel, like Santa Claus is going to town on me, I could never watch any characters that look like Santa Claus the same way ever again. Like now I'm looking at the judge and I'm like, oh no, why am I thinking about that smut novel now? No! Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, really, the name of the book is Santa Claus is Going to Town on Me. Like literally, that's just the title. It's so fucking bad. Like, y'all, it's not. You really do a fried egg because you like the yolk? Oh my gosh, like I cannot have it soft boiled. I like it. It needs to be hard boiled, hard boiled. But like I like the texture of the yellow inside. Hold on a sec. I just thought about something. Oh, hold on a sec. I just thought about something and I kind of need to check it. So recently I only have like two episodes left of Love Island Australia, and like I don't know if I will ever finish it because the four last episodes are always the most boring parts of Love Island. But I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna try to finish it. But I've been watching Love Island Australia and it's interesting. It's interesting. The way they talk, the lingo they use, and like they say a lot of words that it's like why do they say that? For example, what the fuck is a Sheila? Like I heard someone say, oh, I love me some a good Sheila, and I'm like, wait, who the fuck? Who's Sheila? Who's Sheila? It's also it's like saying a bird. Oh, like so I know that Australian people, they love to refer to women as a bird. Like women as birds, and it's kind of odd to me. Yeah, it is kind of odd to me, but it's another one that I had to learn. It's okay. So, what it... I learned recently what is a budgie smuggler. A holdover from Britain. There's a lot of lingo that comes from the UK in Australia. A buggy smuggler. I've never heard of that term before until I watched this show. And then there's like, yeah, it's the Speedo. But they say budgie smugglers. Another one is like they call this guy with a mullet a tradie boy. No, I did not get confused by thongs, but it's on his thong. It said budgie smuggler, and I was like so confused why this. I was like, is that a brand? Is it a brand? And I'm not familiar with.
Hold it!
Oh. Oops. Yeah, that was an accident. Honestly, though, we call flip-flop tongs. You call flip-flops tongs. What? Oh my gosh, trade workers. Another one that I didn't know. But yeah, it was so funny. Like good. Like I thank God that there were subtitles to Love Island Australia, because those accents, like it's okay if like it's from someone like in a city like Sydney, and like the accent is not so bad, but the more they get like into from the countryside, the more I'm like, oh God. Oh God. But okay, so I don't want to offend my Australian friends. I don't want to offend y'all. Okay, so Love Island, but I have to say it. Okay, so Love Island, you're supposed to have like the hottest people you could find, like the hottest contestants. And if like I looked at the men in Love Island Australia, and I'm like, but why are they ugly as fuck? I'm sorry, but the Australian men so ugly. Like one of them straight up had a mullet. Okay. This has I cannot stress this out, okay? I've never seen more unattractive men before. Okay, season. Is there like that's on Love Island? You have Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, I thought they would be all like Chris Hemsworth type of guys, but no. What they got is whatever this is. Okay, so we have Claudia, Holly, Jessica, Phoebe, Stella. Okay, so this is Andre. What the fuck is this? What is this buzz cut? Like, he doesn't look human at all. Okay, and we have Austin. Another guy is like, like, I guess you have the body, but the face though, the face. And like, ew. Ew, Callum. Like I was sick and tired of seeing all the women going for Callum. It's like, have you ever seen an actual like good-looking guy? It's not Callum. Aussie's hairstyles are pretty limited. I know, right? What the fuck is this? This is the worst haircut I've ever seen in my life. I never want to see that ever again. There are a lot of mullets. Who said that this was fine? Look, this. Here it is. Jordan. Jordan, who's a personal trainer. Personal trainers are not tradie boys, okay? Second of all, like, who said this was okay? Who said this was okay? Like, get the fuck out of here. Not on Love Island, Australia. You're a sucker for buzz cuts. Get out of here, Guava! No! And there you go. We have our Mitchell. He's like, I'm sorry, it's the baby face. You just like bald. No, okay, bald is fine, okay? I have a bunch of bald friends. I have a bunch of bald friends, and bald is fine. But buzz cuts? No! Not TikTok influencer. Oh, rapper! He's a rapper! No! I don't... Please don't tell me you actually are not a rapper. Get the fuck out of here. And then there's Tack. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna... I'm about to go on a Love Island rant right now. But I'm tired. I am tired, like, because I'm tired of Love Island and like seeing people of color, especially black people, struggle on Love Island. It's like I've watched a lot of Love Island seasons, and each and every single time, especially like in the UK version and in the Australian version, I'm like, good God, like they are acting as if they are the most unattractive looking people. Like it's like they are always like good enough like to seduce, to stay in the villa, but as soon as they secure their place, they're like, actually I was never attracted to you in the first place. So Tack. So there were only 2 black people on season 4 of Love Island Australia. There was this one girl, I forgot what her name was, and there was Tack. What was her name? Oh my gosh. What was her name? She was pretty hot, but why wasn't she on the list? Vaku. Oh yeah, okay, Vaku. Vaku, she got played because she went for she had the chance to choose between Tack or Callum, and she chose unfortunately she chose Callum, and Tack got felt rejected. So okay, we've been saying that Callum was a player. We've been saying that Callum only saw her as like a conquest. So when she chose him, he was like, okay, well, I wasn't feeling Vaku really, so I'm gonna explore something with another girl. And so he dumped her, and we were like, we've been screaming at our screen to not go near Callum, the player Callum. And she saw all the red flags, but she still chose Callum over Tak. So now when it was Tak's turn to choose, he had between either what's her name? What's Stella, who was there since day one, or Vaku. Do I watch The Bachelor? I don't watch The Bachelor. I always found The Bachelor or The Bachelorette boring, in my opinion. But anyway, so he had the choice between Vaku and Stella. And here's the thing. This isn't the first time he's been in this position, okay? He has been rejected by like 2 or 3 other women before. Each time that he would he would be in a position where he had to choose between 2 girls and all of that, he always chose the blonde-haired girl with the blue eyes. And the first one, like she pretended to be into him, but then like after he chose her, she was like, I have to confess, like there's not much physical attraction, so I want to end things up. The first girl told him that she thought he was too short for him. She tried to get over it, but she couldn't. She was like, he's too short. So she dumped him. And the second time, yet again, he partnered up with another blonde-haired girl. And a few days later, she was like, yeah, turns out I'm not attracted to you. So you would think that he would have learned his lesson. Here we have this. We have again another girl, a blonde-haired girl, or Vaku. Who did he choose? Certainly would not make the same mistake and go for a woman who only showed interest in him now that she could be dumped from the island. Oh no, certainly he couldn't. But turns out he did. He chose Stella over Vaku. He played himself, and Stella. Do you think Stella was genuinely, like, physically attracted to him? Absolutely not. He learned it hard. Stella, like, a few days later, she was like, I see you more as a friend. You're more of a friend. This guy, at some point in one episode, I don't remember what episode, he cried on TV. He cried in front of the camera. It's like, no, I mean like literal drops coming out of his eyes. Like he was like crying to his friend and saying how he was tired of like being overlooked. He feels ugly. He feels undesirable. Like nobody's here for him. Nobody wants to be with him. And I felt so bad because in the real world, he's probably like doesn't have any problem finding someone. Probably has a lot of women in his DMs. But in here, he's like nobody wanted him. Everybody saw him as a friend. And when he finally got dumped from the island, I was like, thank God, like he doesn't have to deal with these bitches anymore. Like 2 of them were like next to him and they were hugging him. They're like, we're losing our best friend. And he's like, y'all, I'm sad of leaving, but you should find your best friend in your own partners. And they were like, no, we don't want to. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I honestly though, on one hand, I love seeing diversity on TV. Love seeing diversity in reality TV shows, but the sad reality is that if in somewhere like Australia, compared to the US, because in the US it's a very much a melting pot. There are so many people from so many different cultures. It's like really strong numbers, so it's really a melting pot, and people grow up surrounded by people from other country, from different origins. So you're more used to like people like being in different race relationships. So you're like more likely to see black people dating white people, dating Asian people, dating Latin people, dating, between each other. But in a place like Australia, where it's there is a strong Asian Pacific Islander population in Australia, but the black population is not as diverse as it in the US. So it's really hard to see that reflected on TV. Yeah, sometimes it's okay to be like, you know what? The white people wants to be with white people. Let them have their white love, Let them have their white love. It's okay if there are only white people on Love Island Australia. You know what? If there are only like white or Asian Pacific Islanders in Love Island Australia, I'd be like, okay, we don't have to see black people suffer anymore on Love Island Australia. I think we'll survive. We'll survive that. His Love Island didn't come to be your bestie. I know, right? It's like, come on. Let this man be, okay? He really wanted to leave. He was so done with these people. He was done being rejected, left, right, being used and then dumped after he saved their asses. God damn. All right. Okay, my Love Island rant is over. Was it disc? You saw this disc? Sorry for the people tuned in for this game, but then had to watch me rant about Love Island Australia. Oh my gosh. But to be fair though, Love Island Australia personally, I preferred it. Like, they had some good drama. The Love Island US version is very mild. It's very when there's drama, they like overdo it. It's like, it's not as spicy. The Australians, they're messy. A good amount of messy is fine. Like, I still need to finish a UK version. I remember I tried a UK version of Love Island, like UK, and I legit hated everybody. But the Love Island Australia too, I was like, there are some people like, okay, I'm fine with you, but goddamn, you need therapy. And with that, I rest my case, Your Honor. I rest my case. Okay. Guilty. Where's my mallet? I judge guilty. I reckon it probably was. It was right next to the cove, lying on the floor. What the fuck? A cove again? I don't know what you're saying. Could this disc have belonged to the victim, perhaps? I don't know, but McGilded picked it up pretty smartish. And then sat on the cove with the knife in his belly up on the seat. What did he say to you at that time? He told me to not say a word about what I'd seen or heard to no one. About the disc and all. I was dead scared. The way he was looking at me, I thought, if I didn't go along with it, I'd get stuck with that knife too. I wonder how far am I from the end of the case. Then started asking me loads of questions. Like what my name was and where I lived and that. He asked me about being a diver too. And after a while, what had happened, the carriage was noticed. Yeah, that's right. First there was a kind of rapping noise. And all of a sudden I heard a scream from over my head and a pair on the... Okay.
Hold it!
There were two gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe. That's right. Yeah, you need to change jobs. They must have looked down through the skylight and noticed the cove with the knife in its guts. When he screamed, the driver pulled up the horses and McGilded got me out of sight. Out of sight? Where? Back when under the seat where I started off. Once the carriage came to an halt, the two cows from the roof ran off to fetch the slops. If they immediately left to fetch the police, it would appear they were entirely unrelated to the incident. So that left McGilded, the driver, and you still at the scene. Yeah, only the driver didn't know I was there because I was under the seat. I heard the cabin door open and a voice from outside. The driver, yes. He also testified in the trial, I believe. A fellow who went by the name of Beppo, if our memory serves. God damn, those are some thick eyebrows. What did Miss McGilded and the driver say to each other? I don't know what happened, and stuff like that mainly. So there had something to do to run to the pawn shop roundabout.
Hold it!
That pawn shop obviously being Whitney Banks on Baker Street. Just a moment, counsel. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony in that trial as well? Perhaps the excursion to the pawnbrokery slipped his mind when he was in the stand. Indeed, Lord Van Zeeks. McGilded took off his coat and gave it to the driver. He folded it up all carefully before handing it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat ain't what's in it has gotta be worth a few bob. Yeah, sure. Gina was sure that the disc must be worth more than Mr. Winniebank was suggesting, wasn't she? I remember her quibbling with him over the price that afternoon at the pawnbrokery. The driver looked pretty happy when McGilded flashed some brass in his face. He went off roof, running off at a lick. Oh my gosh. I really need, like... I need Urban Dictionary. Where's the Urban Dictionary? Bog Trotter. Oh my gosh. What in the Oliver Twist lingo is this? I should have read more Charles Dickens. Maybe I wouldn't be so confused. The bog trotter called to me and told me to come out from the drag's cabin. I don't even know. Wait, is Charles Dickens like British or American? Now I'm starting to have some doubts here. He trained me not to snitch. Okay.
Hold it!
Threaten you how exactly? Told me I'd only be able to scarp her if I did exactly what he said, which included giving false testimony in court 2 months ago. Yeah, that's it. And there was one other thing he said, which was he told me I'd have to hang on to the ticket from the pawn shop and make sure not to lose it. The ticket? Well, I never. Said if he didn't show up to get the ticket off me before 2 months passed, I had to go to the pawn shop and pay the money to keep it in the log, to stop it being forfeited. He left me with some brass to pay for it. But really, why on earth would Mr. McGilded have done such a thing? Depositing his overcoat with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police, it makes no sense at all. There would seem to be only one logical explanation, my lord. What McGilded had the driver deposit at Windy Banks was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important that he needed to hide at all costs. Anyway, after that, he let me go, so I legged it before the coppers showed up. Well done, Gina. It can't have been easy to tell the truth like that. Gina Sri put her faith in you, Runo. Yes, and to thank her, she'll have to face a charge of perjury once the trial's over. So I need to use the time we have now to get as much information out of her as possible. It's time to go for it. Press her on every statement. I did, though. Another thing. What's that? Take a look at those two. Isn't it strange that they've been whispering to each other the entire time? Yeah, I noticed it already. Yeah, it's strange. It looks like they're having a secret discussion about something. Not sure what I'm completely comfortable with that. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it. Oh, wait. I don't think I pressed her on that. What's this? Oh, I did though. Yeah, I think they're not making any sounds. Yeah, I don't... Is there any way to get there? Yeah, we already did that. I'm confused. Am I supposed... I'm just gonna press them again, press again everything just in case. Okay. Oh no.
Hold it!
Yeah, I already pressed her on that, right? Did she say anything that I could like use?
Hold it!
They're not making any sounds at all. Oh yeah, autoplay is kind of very slow.
Hold it!
Just making sure. Um, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to do. I pressed her on everything. Is there anything I can present? Let me see. What do I have in my evidence? Um. Wait. Let's look at the case notes. Found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus of the day after a stab wound to the abdomen. That doesn't teach me anything, does it? I might have to look it up. I have no idea what to do. Oh my gosh. I'm so confused. Hold on. East Attorney Chronicles Adventures Walkthrough. Is this strategy wiki? Okay, so where are we on the trial? Oh my gosh. No, we've gone through this before. We're in part 3. Okay, now, we're talking to Gina. Press any statement. If you drag to the pursuit tool to the right, even if you are not prompted to do so, you will see. Okay, whispering to each other with our backs turned. Oh! How was I supposed to know to do that? Oh my gosh. How was I supposed to know I was supposed to pursue? Like, I was waiting for them to make a sound.
Excuse me.
Is there something you'd like to share with the court, Inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon? Inspector, Mr. Graydon. Wow, blimey, you're trying to give me a heart attack? How was I supposed to know I could do that? Oh my gosh. You have been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Tell us, what is the discussion about? Discussion? What with this fella? Pull the other one, sunshine. You think you've got anything to talk about with a shitty gent like this? I have nothing to say to this uncuffed detective after he deprived me of that disc that was rightfully mine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I need to go to the bathroom. Hold on a sec. Ah! allergies. Allergies. Y'all don't know subtle if it stole your chips. I never heard of that say stole if it stole your chips. It's the first time I hear that saying. But they clearly been talking the entire time. I've been cross-examining Gina. It's as if they've been negotiating. Yeah, that's kind of like... Isn't that like a big no-no if they're talking to each other? That's like... You just stated it to the captain. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a big no-no. Thank you, Mr. Strad. Thank you, Counsel. I've heard enough. I believe we now have a reasonable understanding of what actually transpired on the omnibus. It would appear on that night 2 months ago, a negotiation was taking place on the omnibus. A negotiation concerning this disc, however, matters did not run smoothly. When the parties involved began to quarrel over price, McGilded took what he wanted by force, at the expense of the other man's life. Which proves my point, the disc is clearly extremely valuable in some way, although I don't understand why as yet. And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilded's coat and his countess were due to be forfeited. I didn't know what I should do with the ticket. I mean, the cove died right after its strike, I knew that. What is a cove? Please, someone. Oh my god, explain to me. So you decided you would try to claim the articles as your own. Well, why not? They were only gonna be forfeited. Why shouldn't I have gotten them? Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime. Mr. Strad, it would appear Mr. McGilded was prepared to kill in order to take possession of this disc. Did you know why that would be? I ain't got no clue. But I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of brass. He was probably gonna sell it. I know what reckon means, but it's mostly British people and Australian people who say it. I've never heard an American use the word I reckon. Let's be real. Americans hate British. The Americans hate the British so much so they wouldn't like reckon? No, we'll leave that to the British people. We'll leave that to that side of the ocean. Reckon is a southern thing. Cowboys would say I reckon? I've never heard that. I thought it was like more of a British thing. Maybe not. I don't know. I've mostly heard British people say it. But yeah, but to be fair, I live in the north. And you can't blame me for thinking that. Thinking ain't no crime. My lord. The evidence your lordship requests to be located is ready for the court's inspection, sir. Finally. The mysterious little box deposited by McGilded 2 months ago. There's no doubt in my mind that it's a key piece in this far-reaching puzzle. Oh yeah, I think this is the... Okay, so this is gonna be the last part of the case, but it's a long part. It's gonna be so long, but it's okay. Cause we have time to finish this case tonight. I'm not leaving until we finish it. Adventures, not the whole game. I mean, I'm not. I'm not leaving until we finish episode number 5. Okay. Good. Good. Oh yeah. Were the previous games, were they that long? Were they as long? Okay, so there is like the Chronicles has Adventures and Resolve, which are in itself are 2 games in one game. I already spent more than 50 hours and I'm not even done with Adventures. Is this article in question? Is it? That the last case was always longer. Oh, yeah, it was always longer. But that long? Oh god. I feel like that last case was like ages in the making. So this is the article in question, is it? I watched McKenna play the 3rd one, Trials and Tribulations, and I don't know, it kind of makes me want to go back to the beginning and work through the Ace Attorney games from the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of made me want to go back. I don't know. I don't know if people would be interested. It's just I have the option to either play them on my own or stream it. And I guess it would depend on whether people would be interested in rewatching from the beginning, number 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. But like I'm always have so much fun playing the Ace Attorney games, so I'm going to replay regardless. It's just a matter if I'm going to stream it or not. Is usually only 4 cases? Oh, I now that you say it, yeah, it's usually 4 cases. They really decided to give us a present here. They were like, oh, we're going to spoil you this time around. The small box is deposited with the pawnbroker by Mr. McGildy 2 months ago, and on the night of Mr. Windybank's murder, the only item on the shelves that was touched by whoever broke into the shop. Quick, let's open it and see what's inside. It's probably gone now. Or not. Oh, you're supposed to put the music disc in it? Good gracious, it's no ordinary box, it seems. Wow, although in truth, I had an inkling that might be the case. It would appear that the box houses a miniature music box movement. Oh, he's not looking happy. Just like in Nancy Drew. I have been thinking of replaying all of the Nancy Drew games from number 1 till Midnight Salem. Like doing not a marathon, but like replaying all of the Nancy Drew games in chronological order. Like I've been thinking if I should do that or not, because well, I named my channel after a Nancy Drew character, so it would kind of make sense that I would stream Nancy Drew more often. 3 per stream. Oh my gosh, not 3 Nancy Drew games per stream. Nah. I guess here's the thing. I usually play Nancy Drew games when I need to prepare for something. For example, when we did our episode of Labyrinth of Lies, which, by the way, is it gonna happen? Is it still happening? the next episode? I know that Joe wanted to do go back to the beginning and do what's it? The Secrets Can Kill. But then nothing happened, so I don't know. But yeah, it would be interesting to go back and replay them all. But I usually play the Nancy Drew games for drinking game streams, and when I play drinking game streams, I at the beginning I'm kind of like, it's fine, but the more I drink, the more incoherent or the more messy I get. Like, it's caca comes out of my mouth. Like, there's nothing valuable coming out of my mouth, really. It's just me trying to form sentences. It's nothing much. So it would be fun to probably watch me play and offer actual commentary instead of like gibberish, like drunk gibberish. You know what I mean? Oh, he didn't want to do all the games in senior mode, but other players took over. Oh yeah, if I were to replay the games, I would probably do it in senior mode. Would you value it? I guess it'll depend on if people are interested or not. I don't know. There's so many games that I want to play that are on my back burner. I would probably wait until the summer for that. I would probably do it a summer thing. I think it would be reasonable to assume that it is a device for the playback of this disc, my lord. But I rewatched the VOD for... I rewatched the VOD for the last drinking game. It was so embarrassing. It was embarrassing to watch. I was embarrassing to, like, when I didn't realize I was that obnoxious when I was drunk. I said, oh my gosh, every 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I was like so much louder than everybody else. All right. Exactly where I left off of that ladder, though. Oh my gosh. No, and they were like, "Oh, are you gonna kill yourself like on purpose?" Okay, you're doing it. You're doing it. And the one where there was a point where Candy. Okay, so Courtney was like, I'm so drunk, I can't even recall what I was talking like 5 seconds ago. And Candy was like, oh, I know what you talked about just now. And Courtney was like, what? And she said, dick. We walked right into it, and I was like, I was hollering, but I meant to chuckle, but I was laughing like this. That was embarrassing. Embarrassing. I'm embarrassing when I'm drunk. That's strictly correct. It was not Miss McGilda's disc. It was a disc of his victim in the omnibus. But why, for heaven's sake? Are we to understand that the brickmaker was trying to sell this music box disc to Mr. McGilda? I mean, can we just listen to it? Stop the gibberish and just play the damn disc! God damn! I believe the answer will become clear if we listen to the music on the disc, my lord. Thank you, Ryu. Thank you. I'm so done with these people. Like, just get to the point. Just play the disc now. Yes, very well. Let the court now listen to the curious disc at last. Wait, my lord. Good grief, what is the meaning of this, Inspector? The music box and the disc are, well, they're unrelated to the case. Those French fries are fucked now. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. It's now mashed potatoes. He turned it into mashed potatoes. It's over. It's over. No need to spoil the somber atmosphere in the courtroom with some silly bit of music. This may very well have motivated the culprit in this case to commit murder. Clearly, there's a great chance that it's fundamentally important to understand what happened. The prosecution has no objection. But no! The piece of evidence is clearly Scotland Yard has some vested interest here, but it is policy of this prosecutor to leave no avenues unexplored. And you, Inspector, have no jurisdiction here to prevent that from happening. Gah! Oh my gosh. No further delays, please play the disc. Oh, now I'm curious. I'm curious now. Okay, play this shit. Are you fucking for real? Oh, is this Morse code? I don't know how it would be Morse code though. How could you tell what are dots and what are like dashes? What on earth? That's certainly not what I would call music. It's like da 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 da, but like instead of like going da 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 da, it just stays like that da 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 da. Santa Claus is like, I'm not okay with this song. I'm not gonna add this to my Christmas songs collection. No. It's just the same note playing over and over again in irregular sequence. Mr. Graydon? This really is priceless. Pose. Oh, he's constantly like moving as if he's in a RuPaul's RuPaul's music video. Which, by the way, the twins from TikTok, I don't remember their names, but they are like on TikTok and they are twin Drag Race. They finally made it on Drag Race. I don't know what took them so long, but they are finally there, and the first episode aired yesterday. I need to watch it. After all that, the music box is broken. Broken? It can't be, can it? Well, obviously. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the officer sent to fetch it didn't drop it on the way back to the courtroom. Officer! Well, with much regret. I feel the court must accept that this music box offers little in the way of clues. Can't we just repair it? Are you ready to move on, counsel? Come on. You can't catch a break. Yes, alright, it sounds as though it's completely broken, but is it? Could this music emanating from the music box possibly be a new clue? It could be a clue. I believe that could be relevant, my lord. Good lord, but how can it be? Oh, look! Look, Guava! He's bald! Like, now that you know that he's bald, do you now find him attractive? It's an abomination, Council. Mere noise. I fail to see how it can have any meaning whatsoever. You know what? You don't have to put a wig on. Like, you look so nice with a bald head. I'm just saying. It does sound strange, I agree. But there's one thing bothering me. While Graydon says they're chortling. He does have a Santa quality to him. He's too oblivious for your taste? Okay, Guava. You know what? I respect someone who has some difficult standards, you know, who has a long list of criterias. But like, I cannot accept the fact that you are into buzz cuts. No, I'm not. I can't with that. I'm side eye. The inspector beside him has a rather telling expression on his face. It's as if Gregson recognizes the sound and as if he's familiar with it somehow. You accept the punishment, This is an intervention. Like, I barely recognize you. I saw you again with someone with a buzz cut. This needs to stop for your own good. That's making him appear extremely on edge. That's the stance of the defense, my Nipponese friend. Answer me this. Oh. You have to rearrange it like in Sea of Darkness. Just what relevance do you propose this woeful chiming has on this case? Is the defense believe that the sound emanating from this music box is not supposed to be music? Just because this is a music box, it doesn't necessarily mean the sounds we're hearing are music. Oh, he no like that. Look at that, the smile vanished from Graydon's lips as soon as I said it. It's, yeah, like I said, Morse code. You cannot fool this Nancy Drew fan. this senior detective. On the right lines here, I must be making deductions based on how people react to what you say. You're acting just like Hurley, Reno.
Objection!
The sounds we're hearing aren't necessarily music. Well, now that you've told us what they're not, I'm sure the court would like to hear what they are. Do enlighten us, my Nipponese friend. Well, surely you have an idea, because if not, it will be the death of your ill-formed argument. Exactly. The music box is clearly broken. Refusing to accept that fact is pure foolishness. They've got me. I don't know what the answer is yet. Bruno, I've just examined the music box very thoroughly, and I'm fairly certain that it's not broken at all. Really? Really? The way it's been made, it can only produce a single note anyway. Thank you, Iris. That's what I said. Okay, y'all really, like, I say something, they're like, doubt. They choose doubt. And then the little girl says, I examined the box. It's not broken. Now everybody's like, oh, you know what? The little girl said it, so it must be true. Stop parroting what I was saying, okay? Alright, well, if the music box isn't broken, must mean that the sounds it's producing have some significance that isn't musical. Ah, could it be... Is that what these sounds are? Something just struck me, Runo. Oh, Iris, don't you dare! Don't you dare steal my thunderbolt here, okay? I'm gonna say it first. And you're not gonna repeat the thing as if you're the one who thought about it. I feel like recently, in the past few hours even, I've heard another sound very much like this one this music box makes. It's a familiar sound. Actually, Iris, I was just thinking exactly the same thing. I'm going to have to press the defense for an answer. If your assertion is that the sound produced by this music box is not in fact music at all, then what the devil is it, Council? All the evidence we've seen so far, all the testimony we heard, it's all pointing to one single answer now. The prosecution demands that my learned Japanese friend presents proof now. Tangible proof of this latest was speculation. Alright then. This could be the best chance I'm going to get to fight back in this trial. And if I'm right, it's going to join all the dots together. They're trying to make it easy for me. Where is it? Wait. Is that the newspaper? Yeah. Can I present?
Take that!
Today's paper, Council. The headline is Pawnbroker Perishes in Purse Plunder, hardly supportive of your case. Ah, no, my lord. I was hoping you'd look at a little further down the page. Further down? Ministry mole classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. Yes, it's a very serious matter being investigated at the highest level, understand. I've heard that international transmissions along supposedly secure lines are somehow being intercepted and leaked to various other countries. And presumably those transmissions are in form of wired telegrams. I said so, of course. Juror number 5, your input please. Stop. Me, sir? Whatever is the matter? You told the court before that you worked at the same communication station as Mr. Graydon, did you not? Yes, that's correct. And the particular station where you work deals with governmental communications and newspaper reports? Oh, yes, we're not your run-off-the-mill communication station at all. Our work is extremely important. Then tell me, is this not a very familiar sound? You don't mean to say, is it? That's right, madam. Just stop, like swirling around the pot, okay? Just say it. We're done. I'm done. Just say what it is. God damn it. The public here, like that is behind you, like they are tired. They are tired. Okay, just say what it is. Okay, stop. Stop delaying the inevitable, okay? It bears more than a passing resemblance to the sound made by your telegraph machine as you tap it. I believe it's called Morse code. But I don't believe it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it comes to the leaking telegrams from government departments, there could be nobody more perfectly placed than a highly skilled communications officer. Are you suggesting that the music box disc contains stolen government secrets in Morse code? Order! Please, everyone, order! But this is high treason, Council. deserving of capital punishment. Too much new vocabulary. What is this treason and what is capital punishment? The sorts of words I'd have expect you to know. I love that this guy is over there. For a sovereign government's confidential information, hostile nations would surely pay almost any price. Yes, and on that night 2 months ago, that was the very negotiation that was taking place inside the omnibus. But in the end, McGilded perished, and the all-important disc lay unclaimed in the pawnbrokery. My word! In which case, whoever stole that information in the first place must surely have been beside himself with worry, because if the disc were to be discovered before it found its way out of the country, it would reveal an act of high treason punishable by death. So the culprit had no choice but to retrieve it. In order to do that, he would have to gain entry to the pawnbrokery illegally in the middle of the night. Because the article left by Mr. McGilded would incriminate him too much if it got in the wrong hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Graydon? Oh! You think I'd be stealing government secrets? Preposterous, absolutely preposterous. So in response to the defense accusation, you claim complete innocence, do you? What? Duh! Of course I do! I'd have to stand here in silence while the pretentious foreign lawyer has been prattling away.
Objection!
Then by all means, counter the charges, sir. The prosecution demands the witness testifies. In response to the accusations brought by the defense. Delighted, I'm sure. The witness is reminded that the crime under scrutiny in the trial is the murder of the pawnbroker, Mr. Windybank, that being a most flagitious offense in which the law of this land sanctions a capital punishment. But the heinous act of high treason is no less serious a crime. I urge you to bear that in mind as you testify, Mr. Graydon. So then, let us proceed. You may... Rude? Rude? You gotta let us have a right report here, Governor. We got things to say. You two... Who let this Wario and Waluigi back into this on the stand? Don't they have security around here? I beg your pardon. Who do you think you are? Name is Nash Skulkin. Occupation, professional baddie. Not him calling himself a baddie. If Wario and Waluigi were raccoons. I know, right? I like the pins on their coat, like the skeleton pins. They're pretty cute. Next time that someone asks me who they think I was, I would introduce myself as I'm Tinabalducci, professional baddie. Name's Ringo Skulkin. And we ain't baddies enough to sell out our motherland. That's right. What they call? The three Skulkin brothers. Bad timing, fellas. Very bad timing. Aw, he doesn't want to join in. A mere communications officer could possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box box aren't even Morse code. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I have no relation to the man. Look, all we done here is break into the gap the other night like what he told us to do. If we'd known that there was dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it. I know these two, like, they're not even trying to defend the guy. They're like, oh, there are government secrets. I would have nothing to do with that. Mr. Skulkin. One Mister will do, Governor. What's up? So I take it that you now admit to the crime? That on the night in question you did indeed gain entry to the premises illegally? And moreover, you did so as a party of 3 in collaboration with Mr. Graydon here. Oh yeah, I thought they were found out already. We did, Gov, we did. Look at them switching around. Quiet down, please. What do you say to that, Mr. Graydon? I have no idea what these 2 ruffians are referring to. You real little rotter, getting us mixed up in all of this monkey business. You never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be a straight-up job. Ain't one about the geezers whose shop it was, eh? Poor old bloke didn't have to die, did he? Ah! And then, oh my gosh, nice to know who your friends are. Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations. Indeed. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this little music box to become so significant in the proceedings. However, as it has, I would admit that it into the court records as evidence. Appears to be able to play a single tone. It was deposited at Winnie Banks 2 days before the black overcoat. Huh, okay, good to know. But before we do that, let's see. Let's do a 5-minute break for bathroom time. So, yeah. If you need to go get a snack, get a drink, go to the bathroom, now's the time. We'll be back in 5 minutes. back. All right, let's open this up here. Yeah, thank you so much, Guava. I'm at the end of my period right now, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Period is just, I mean, glad when they happen, cause it's a monthly like reassurance that you're not pregnant. But goddamn, it's so painful sometimes. TMI, Somber, get your ass out of your ass, okay? Get your head out of your ass. Women be having period, okay? It's not a secret to anybody. Should I press everything? I'm gonna press everything.
Hold it!
So is this newspaper's headline accurate? Government communications are being intercepted? How could I possibly know? What do you mean by that? Any important government communications are handled by high-level officers, by specialists. General members of staff in the station where I work would never be entrusted with sensitive information. Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop! Let me guess. Juror number 5. We regular communications station officers aren't as lowly as you are being led to believe. A team of us are responsible for setting up and testing the telegraphs used by the ministry. So, and Mr. Graydon is the team leader. That's fascinating. Oh my gosh. Everybody against him. Graydon is a highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in the presence of Idol. Stop. Oh, she... He's trying to save himself, but my gosh, he's fangirling. You had access to the equipment used for these confidential communications, Mr. Graydon. Well, what of it? The transmissions are always made behind closed doors so they can't be heard. In any case, all messages are sent enciphered. Normal employees couldn't possibly understand them. Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop! Mr. Graydon regularly attends meetings with ministry technicians and ministry communications team. He assists them in ensuring that there are no errors in important international communications, and he's received the top prize at the cipher cracking convention 5 years in a row now. Oh my gosh, she is exposing him! Oh my gosh. That's fascinating. He's not happy with the fans. Graydon is a highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in the presence of Idol. Stop. Well, your idol would appreciate it if you'd keep your mouth shut. She would really pick her idols more. She should really pick her idols more carefully. I tell you, this lawyer's accusations are completely unfounded.
Hold it!
They're not? To anyone with a brain, that would be plainly apparent on listening to that music box for even a few seconds. Of course, of course. Surely it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code. Ouch, he looks genuinely shocked at my ignorance. Wait, what? Huh? They are not Morse codes? Huh? I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basics for you, sir. Yeah, tell me, because I'm confused. A lesson here in court? Morse code is a continuous series of 2 distinct tones. Tones, you say? Yes, a short dot and a long dash. By combining those in different ways, you construct letters. I see. For example, this is A. And this is B. And when you listen to the sound produced by this music box, you only hear one tone, don't you? But it sounds so similar. The rhythm of it is the same and everything. Well, there are times where there's a pause after a bing. I think that's the dash. There's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds. So your assertion is fundamentally flawed. This is not Morse code. I still believe it's Morse code. Really, you shouldn't be so surprised. What did I tell you? That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap. Rude. Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspersions in the future. Stop. Nothing to say but stop. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? Iris? I mean, if the government secrets were somehow being leaked using the music box, so many other things would slot into place so nicely. Could there still be something I haven't considered? Would really be impossible to use this music box somewhat to play back Morse code? Why not? Why wouldn't I give it a try? There's still every possibility that this music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That's the belief of the defense, at least.
Objection!
Does it please you in some way, my friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum? If it's already been established that to be Morse code, 2 tones are required, dots and dashes. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Then what? Well, it would appear the defense has an hypothesis to put forward. You had better present your idea at once, counsel. How do you propose that this music box, which appears to produce only a single tone, could have been used to decipher secret messages into Morse code? Oh. Oh. What is it, Bruno? I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom of it opens up as well. Ah, you're right. Well, come on then. What are you waiting for? Let's open it. Alright then, here goes. I forgot to examine. Look at that. There's another movement on the underside. So does that mean you can set another disc to play back on this side? Yes, I think so. It looks like the 2 movements are linked together. They're linked? So if you had 2 discs, they would play back at the same time. Oh my gosh.
Got it!
Good gracious, what am I looking at here? Another movement on the underside of the music box? What? It appears, my lord, that the 2 movements are linked together. In other words, you can put 2 discs in this music box, and the sounds of both will play back at the same time. Good heavens! As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of 2 tones, a short dot and a long dash. And with a second disc in place, the music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message. This is beyond a joke. I'm sorry? This poor excuse of a lawyer has absolutely no evidence to support his claims. I just told you. Though of course, if my learned friend were able to present the court with a second disc, that would be another matter. Well, I can't at the moment. Oh yeah, we don't have the other disc? Yeah, we only have one. And may I remind the court that, as the witness has pointed out, he was not the one in the omnibus when McGill did 2 months ago, striking a deal over the disc or discs. Indeed, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. Exactly. Exactly! And nothing whatsoever to do with it. Though it has holes, I must admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise. I believe the cross-examination should continue. The link between Mr. Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. Oh dear, it looks like you need to give your argument more strength, you know? Everybody wants me to do my job. But I don't wanna! You will reiterate your testimony if you please, Mr. Graydon. If I must, though, I maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination.
Hold it!
So 2 months ago in that omnibus, Mr. McGilded killed the brickmaker and stole the disc. Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. Seems he lived in an artisan quarter some years ago, but people there remembered little about him. That doesn't make much sense though, does it? How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire secret government information? How indeed? There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes in all of this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason in order to take it to the meeting with McGilded and negotiate a deal. Dear me. You may have it in for me, sir, but I assure you I have far more class than that. No brickmaker from an artisan quarter and this well-to-do communications officer. Did he make bricks for him, maybe? If only I could find some evidence to link the two of them together. You have nothing more to add on that note. Let us return to the witness testimony. I think I know why he didn't want... I think I know why he didn't want that music to, like, this to be played. That's very strict, confidential information.
Hold it!
Like Mr. Guido told you to do, you mean? That's it, yeah. Who else, eh? Still, me thought it was just popping over for a natter after all them years, but I'd rather add a dodgy job for us. Hey, Ash. Let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say? Do you mean to tell me that Mr. Graydon is an acquaintance of yours? We're the sociable kind of buddies, you know? Let's say Graydon's an old China. Oh.
Excuse me.
He's kind of cute when he holds his chin like that. Something wrong, Mr. Skulkin? Eh? Ah, he's kind of cute when he plays with his little cheeks. The man is like unattractive, but when he does that, he's kind of cute. Like you're playing with the little puppy's cheeks. No, the other Mr. Skulkin. What? Ooh, me? When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react. He does have almost pug qualities. I think pugs are so adorable, but I feel so bad for them. Anything like it's like pugs or bulldogs, like, you know, the smooshed face. I feel so bad. I'm like, these dogs are like be suffering. They're so cute, but they be suffering. I don't know how. I don't think I could ever like get one from a breeder knowing that they are the way they are and not, and with like so many health problems. You do prefer the original breeds. I don't even know what the original breeds look like. Also, I just realized something. My sideway chat wasn't showing at all. Wait. The fuck? Huh? Hold on a sec. Why is my sideways chat not... Ah, yeah, I just realized. Where's my chat? Hold on. I'll go back. Oh my gosh, my sideway chat was not showing up at all this whole time. Hold on. Let me just do something real quick. Oh my gosh, my Capamon too was not showing.
Barbie and the Rocket. Mermaid Fairy Princess. Oh, me. Raquel. Schlon Poofa.
Oh, ah! Ah, no! Oh no! What is happening? Ah, yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. It's a party, I know. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm reactivating everything, but for some reason, my Capamon and my sideway chat is not working. It's like my stream elements is not doing okay. But like it doesn't also explain why my bee is not here. I mean, I'll have to deal with this later. But I'm so confused. Where's my bee? Where's my little Capamon? My poor Capamon. I'll have to deal with this another time, but I'm so sad. Did this happen after the break? I don't know. I just realized it now. Yeah, my chat, my sideway chat, my chat, like both my Capamon and my chat, they're not working. I didn't touch anything from before. I don't know what's happening. So something maybe is wrong with stream elements. So I don't know. Another update needed, maybe. But here's the thing. I don't want to update OBS. I hate the updated OBS. I'll see. We'll see. Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with like. Oh, you remember the bee was here earlier? Hold on. Let me try something. Like the bee is not showing anywhere. It was here like when you came in. That is so weird. The bee was, but the scrolling shot, not at all. Oh my god, no. Okay, well, you know, I will just continue streaming as usual and we'll see if it fixes itself. Maybe it's a problem with OBS, but there's nothing I can do now. We'll just have to do without the bee. Ah, that is sad. That is sad. But it's fine. It's fine. I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a right old laugh together way back when. Together? With Mr. Graydon, you mean? Yeah, with Ash. I mean, you look at him now with his fancy whistle and flute, and you wouldn't know Adam and Eve it. But when we was younger, he was from the poor part of town just like us. Is that so? Oh, tea? We're getting tea? But he was always a leery one. He had the brains, he had the savvy, always coming up with smart ideas like what we would never have gone through our heads. Blimey, ain't that the truth? Remember Milverton and Skulkin's milk run? That was a corker, eh? Ah, god damn it, so much lingo. Save it till after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. And neither does your fruit. Oh, the geezer asked us a question, didn't he? We was answering. Yeah, we ain't done nothing wrong. Nevertheless, the court is now prepared to accompany you on your trip down memory lane. Counsel, can we turn our attention back to the testimony, please? I don't know. Could that sentimental story be relevant somehow? Add it to the testimony. My lord. Yes, counsel. The brother's last sentimental statement could hold vital information related to this case. Very well, counsel. I will permit the brothers to supplement their testimony with that detail. Briefly, I hasten to add. Say no more. A skulkin's never skulkin'. Milverton and Skulkin's milk run. Oh, let me see if there's something about Milverton. Wait. I don't know. What do you mean by that? We have too many shit on in our inventory. Mason Milverton. Oh, that was his name, Mason Milverton. Okay.
Objection!
No, wait, no, I wanted to. Why? Oh my gosh, he took a point from me, but I had it. I had the thing. Do I have to press? I'm sure I'm going to regret asking, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business? Just a little scheme we had going back when we was younger. A bit of fun, really. Delivering fresh milk to the locals, that what it was all about. That sounds alarmingly legit. There must be a catch. Yeah, I found it though! I found the link! I suppose since we're here, I should ask them to elaborate, but on what? So this business was just a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon involved? Yeah, that's it. Milverton and Skulkin's Run, was it? Yeah, that's it. And where did the Milverton part come from? I already figured it out! Alright, I thought the clever clogs like you have worked out. Enough of this. How much longer are we expected to listen? Let me guess, you don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying? Tell me, why is it that the only at the mention of the name Milverton that you decided to interject? Because it weren't the happiest of homes that one came from. Yeah, his old man was struggling for money so much his wife walked out on him. She took the name Graydon then. See? But Ash will always be Milverton for us. Milverton. So that used to be your surname, did it? Of course not, it's all bunkum. I've been a Graydon since I was born. Do you really think you can rely on the testimony of these two thieves, huh? You're a communications officer attached to the civil service. As such, your personal details will have been thoroughly checked at the time of your appointment. It would be a very simple matter indeed to subpoena those records, Mr. Graydon. Well, it would appear that Mr. Skulkin's testimony has been reliable for once. You were born Ashley Milverton then. Is that correct? Oh, and he's related to the deceased guy. Very well, yes. So Ashley Graydon was once Ashley Milverton. That information could change things. It could turn out to be extremely important. The fact that they were childhood friends, it feels like, oh my gosh. You have this guy, and you have the Wario and Waluigi. So funny. Well, he got the look, so he went up the ranks. All of a sudden, we seem to be up to our necks in the serious matter of national security. Although all this talk about interception of secret government messages is still just conjecture at this stage. It would explain a number of things though, wouldn't it? The negotiation Ginny overheard on the omnibus 2 months ago and the break-in at Widdenbanks. But the trouble is, it wasn't Mr. Graydon in the omnibus with Mr. McGill did. No, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker who was so horribly murdered. If only there was some link between the two men somehow. I know, but Mr. Graydon's testimony seems to be as watertight as ever. I wonder if the key to us making headway with the cross-examination here could be those two brothers. Okay, I have... Wait. I'm just gonna make sure of something. Okay, no. Show... Just making sure. Yep.
Objection!
There you go. Mr. Ashley Milverton? Tell me, why did you try to hide your former name to the court? Because I haven't gone by that name for years. It means nothing to me. No, I don't think that's a real explanation at all. The truth is, you had a reason to hide that name. Explain yourself, please, counsel. I have here the notes from the ominous case, my lord. And as we all know, the victim, the man who we now understand to have been negotiating with McGilded. Yes, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. That's right, only Mason wasn't his surname at all. It was his given name. His full name was Mason Milverton. Milverton? Do you mean to say saints alive? Mr. Ashley Milverton, is it not the case that the brickmaker, Mr. Mason Milverton, was your father? I don't. As I believe I mentioned earlier, your family history will have been thoroughly checked when you joined the civil service. And it would take no time at all for the court to subpoena those records. The truth is, you have been illegally acquiring highly confidential government information and selling it on to Mr. McGilded in collaboration with your father. Gag! The new facts and evidence unveiled by the cross-examination of this witness all come together to reveal the truth. The truth, you say? That you collaborated with your father, Mr. Mason Milverton, in illegal dealings with Magnus McGilded. By dint of this music box, you mean, counsel? Yes, stealing information being sent in secret government communications and selling it on to McGilded. Mr. Graydon concocted this elaborate scheme of using two music box discs to encode the information as presumably a safety measure against the information falling into the wrong hands. And a very effective one. I shouldn't have given the scheme any credence whatsoever. But the deal with McGilded went sour and the brickmaker met his end. Yes, but before he was arrested, McGilded managed to temporarily dispose of the stolen disc at the pawnbroker. Then, having learned of the situation, you appeared at Windy Banks 2 days ago. But why did it take him 2 months to go and grab that disc, though? That's my first question. Also, did the guy, like, okay, so McGilded, like, ended up in that omnibus on fire. Are they suggesting that he's the one who set it on fire to kill the guy? I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be above killing. I mean, if he killed the pawnbroker, he's certainly not above killing McGilded. In an attempt to recover the 2 articles McGilded had placed in the pawn there. But that attempt failed. One of the discs was seized by the police, the other you never found. So that same night. Yeah, where's the other disc? You enlisted the help of the Skulkin brothers and broke into the pawnbrokery. This time, determined to recover the second disc. Are you suggesting that the second disc was inside the music box? We never knew nothing about it. On the night of that Mr. Windybank was killed? Why didn't he take the music box as well? He could have easily taken that box. I feel like the fact that he didn't take the box, like, was what doomed him, because if he had taken that box, they never would have known that it was a music box. They would have just thought, oh wait, a box disappeared. Well, but they never would have known anything more than that. So he fucked up leaving that thing there. The intruder to the pawnbrokery touched one item and one item alone, the music box. Ooh, this part? Okay, I'm prepared. As rather ingeniously demonstrated that using the two prints from the security camera indeed. So the question that naturally begs answering is this: why was only that one article disturbed? The answer is obvious, because it contained a second disc which the intruder was desperate to retrieve. Okay, so here's the thing: he could have already destroyed the disc. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? If it were to fall into the hands of the police, it would be proof of high treason. If I was him, I would have destroyed it. There you go. You cannot prove anything whatsoever. Well, Mr. Greedon, do you deny that all of this actually began on that fateful night 2 months ago? I refuse to accept any of this nonsense. Sir, there appears to be blood seeping through the sleeve of your jacket. What? Ah! 2 nights ago, we know that 3 shots were fired at the scene of the crime in Winniebank's pawnbrokery. One took the life of the pawnbroker himself. One struck the pouch using Mr. Sholmes' waist. No, wait, why did I say using? Around Mr. Sholmes' waist. And the final bullet struck the calendar on the wall of the shop, having first pierced the arm of one of the intruders. Mr. Graydon, that wound on your arm that you seem to be trying to hide, it's a bullet wound, isn't it? And he's got you now, me old China. Time to quit, to call it quits and croak, I reckon. Don't acknowledge my presence there under any circumstances whatsoever. Those were my terms, remember? And I paid you handsomely to comply. Oh! Clear as a fool to think I could trust some common backslum thieves. Wow. Fine, I admit it. I was there in Winniebank's that night. I paid this pair 10 guineas to accompany me. And as you've noticed, I sustained an injury in the course of my adventures. Damn! They're honest, lying thieves. These two have perjured themselves so much that, like, at one point it's like the wolf crying, the boy crying wolf. It's the boy crying wolf. Now they're being honest. No consequences for lying. No consequences for lying. But that is all. I admit to nothing more. Stealing government secrets, negotiating with Mr. McGilded. As God is my witness, I'm sure I recall nothing of the sort. He's not going to go down without a fight, not until I can show hard evidence, I suppose. Nevertheless, the defense has now established a crucial fact, which is, well, we know that one bullet was fired from each of the 2 firearms we have in evidence. The bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun hit the pouch around Mr. Sholmes' waist. And the bullet from Mr. Winniebank's gun clearly must have been the ones that caught Mr. Graydon's on the arm. Indeed it must. We can rule out the possibility that the man shot himself. And that leads us to only one conclusion. Mr. Winniebank was shot by a 3rd gun, which can only have been fired by the 3rd intruder. Goodness. Yeah, you go, Ryu. You go, Ryu. Get him for murder. If you're not gonna get him for high treason, at least get him for murder. Boop, boop, boop. That's right, Mr. Graydon. The only person who could possibly have shot Mr. Winniebank that night is you.
Hold it.
You little upstart. You made a great mistake when you summoned me here. What? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, as you rightly say, I was there at the pawnbrokers. I did my best to hide the fact, naturally. I had no intention of running the distinguished career I built for myself at the communication station. That poor woman, that poor juror is like, what is he talking about? What is he doing? Oh my gosh, this is why you must never meet your idols. Now she's finding out that he's dirty as fuck. He looks like a K-pop star, but he ain't. He ain't clean. He dirty. But did the thought never cross your mind? Did you never consider the possibility? What? What do you mean? What thought? What possibility? The possibility that if I were there at the scene, I may have witnessed a crucial moment. You see, this makes me a key witness in this case, and I have my hands firmly around the neck of your client. What? Are you suggesting? I saw it all. I saw the very moment that pickpocket girl pointed the gun at the poor defenseless pawnbroker and shot him. What? It's always those. Order! 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 Oh! No! No! Where is it? Where is it? Oh no! No! It's hollow. It's hollow. Not my... I need super glue. I need super glue. It's my Harley Quinn mallet. Where is it? I think it rolled under my computer. It rolled somewhere. Oh, god dang it. I'm gonna search for it later. I'm gonna search for it later. But my poor mallet. Aww. Now I can use it like, I could like put like something in it and put it on the fire and maybe have it melt inside. Something like that. Hi Fisher! Hi Emma! Oh my gosh.
We're glad you're here.
Welcome, welcome. Just so you know, we are at the end, the very end of the last case of the Greatest Attorney Chronicles adventures. Last case, last episode, last part. So if you care about spoilers, just gotta warn you, spoiler warning. How are you doing? How was your week? How's the job? How's everything? We seem we are finally entering the last act of this theatrical trial. Oh, even the judge said it. Even Santa Claus said it. Mr. Graydon? Yes? I trust you're fully aware of the implications here. If it is shown that your claim is false, you just came back from what must be the biggest arcade in Vermont? Wait! Okay, it's not the one we've been in. I've never been there. Is it? Did it just open up? It's not an old-style arcade. It's like a Dave and Buster's, but it's not a Dave and Buster's. You took me to the one like that is connected to the bowling, but and the old-style arcade, but you never, you didn't. But it's not a Dave and Buster's. Oh, it's the bowling alley one, but they were renovating for like a year. It's way bigger. No way. I want to go. It has escape rooms too. I want to do escape rooms. We'll definitely go there next time I'm here. Yeah, I want to go. And they have laser tags now? What? No shot. Oh my gosh. No, okay, yeah. All the young people are hanging out. All the youngers are hanging out there now. Okay, arcades, laser tag, bowling, escape rooms. Like this place wants to be the center. Oh my gosh. This is playroom. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. Like we haven't done any escape rooms since my birthday. The only 2 times we did escape rooms was on my birthday and like on our first date. But it was like a VR escape room. I wanna do more escape rooms, that's for sure. Laser tag, I mean, I'll probably run for like 2 seconds and then I would get tired. You will have incriminated yourself as the killer. Ugh. Oh, I understand fully. Then I must ask you to give you a formal testimony once more. Oh, that's a good question. Is it all inclusive? You will explain to the court precisely what you saw at the moment the defendant allegedly shot the victim. Nothing would give me greater pleasure. While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop. When Windybank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door, though. The accused in the black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety. I saw the blood splatter all over that wretched girl. Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. Really? A peephole? Good gracious, this is quite an extraordinary testimony. That doesn't make any sense at all. Your claim, sir, under oath to have clearly seen the defendant pulling the trigger. She had no blood on her. None at all. Ora. Okay, well, wait, hold on. I don't even recall. Wasn't my intention to testify in this way. But neither is my intention to be found guilty of a murder I didn't commit. So you see, my hand has been forced. I tell the truth now as an act of self-preservation. The truth? Until now, the prosecution was completely unaware of these details. Yes, well, sorry about that. Having shot me in the arm, the pawnbroker was then shot in the back by the accused. I only committed perjury to be a sneaky little boy. Oh my gosh, it don't make sense. As I said, she was showered in his blood. You did say the blood splattered all over the accused's coat. Are you sure on that point? Oh yes, quite sure. All over the black overcoat that pickpocket girl was wearing at the time. Really? If her coat could somehow be shown to harbor vestiges of blood, that would be conclusive evidence here. Such an investigation is entirely possible, my lord. What? Are you gonna destroy that wine glass again? Please don't. Only very recently, a German scientist has developed a technique to identify human blood. So here's to true science, not some amateurish detective's dubious foray in the world of chemistry. There's nothing dubious in Hurley's work. His ideas are all sound. Ideas are no use to us here. In science, as in law, theories must be proven before they stand. In Germany, the technique has already been employed in the courtroom as the basis of evidence. Scotland Yard has a small quantity of the chemical reagent used. With your lordship's permission. Oh, I knew it. Why? Why are you doing this to fine wine? And where is he getting all these bottles? Where is he getting all of these glasses of wine? We could shatter all the vestiges of doubt within minutes. Is that why you did that? That is so wasteful. This doesn't look good, Runo. Why not? Well, we know, don't we, that there's blood all over the front of Jeannie's coat. Oh, was there? If they tested with their chemicals? Oh, help, you're right. I was forgetting what happened yesterday. Don't move, Jeannie. I'm going to shoot. Oh, it's turned purple. Whose blood is that? But that's not Mr. Windybank's blood. That stain is from 2 months ago. That's Mr. Mason's blood, from where he was stabbed by Miss McGilded, who was wearing the coat at the time. My lord, the defense objects to the test proposed by the prosecution. Overruled. Lord Van Zieks, make it so at once. With pleasure, my lord. While we await the results, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Once they find that blood on the overcoat, Gina will be... Counsel! Yes, my lord? Your cross-examination. This is, the olden days when you couldn't, analyze blood, analyze fingerprints. Oh my god. There is no shortage of unsolved crimes back in the day. If this cross-examination doesn't go well, if I don't manage to uncover some decisive evidence or a really compelling clue now, I have a really very bad feeling about the outcome of this trial. Okay, hold on. Hold on a sec. All right. Okay.
Hold it!
You mean that's the moment you were shot? Yes, though I didn't immediately realize what had happened, of course. Things crashed to the floor from the counter as the three men were brawling. It was at exactly that moment that it happened, so I didn't hear the gunshot. And the bullet went on to strike the counter in the wall behind you. So it would appear. When I looked at my arm, I saw it was bleeding badly, so I wrapped my handkerchief around it. Seeing as I could explain what had happened to a doctor, I had no choice but to wait for it to heal. I didn't imagine it would still be bleeding 2 days later. Did Mr. Windybank intend to shoot you, do you think? Well, no, I don't imagine you even noticed I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off accidentally. Anyway, it didn't quite strike home. When I pulled me gun on him, he tried to shove me out of the way. And then scuppered through that door out back. At which point what did you do? I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door though. The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to... Oh, I already... Okay. Peephole? You mean you chased after him? I don't recall the reason why, but I ran after him. A black coat? Organization 13. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a reference to something? I don't recall the reason why, but I ran after him to the back of the shop. And what about the people, these people in the door you mentioned? Kingdom Hearts! Oh, yeah, how many Kingdom Hearts games are there? I never played Kingdom Hearts. I've always been curious about Kingdom Hearts. Is it worth playing now? Cause, yeah, like I said, I didn't grow up with much video games, cause my parents sucked. but yeah, I'm always wondering if I should play Kingdom Hearts or not. Well, unsurprisingly, the storeroom doors are a solid job made of stout wood. But there's a small opening in it about head heights that lets you see what in there from the outside. Actually, I should know that, shouldn't I? I looked through it myself that night. What about you burgling brothers? Did you see what went on through the people as well? Not likely, Gov. Didn't see nothing of the sort, Gov. I doubt these two buffoons were even aware of the people's existence. So the Skulkin brothers were there, but they didn't see the killing of Mr. Winniebanks take place. Inside the storeroom, I could see the broker and that young girl standing there. The defendant? 13 games? Okay, never mind. There are bundled versions that collect all the important ones. Ah. Okay. It's a lot? Yeah, never mind. The ship has sailed. The ship has sailed without me. It's too late to catch up. Yes, though neither of them noticed that I was looking. The girl raised her gun and pointed straight at the man. Then, what did you see?
Hold it!
Yes, when the crime was discovered, the defendant was found with a gun in her hand. But that was Mr. Winniebank's gun, from which only a single bullet has been fired. And as we already established, Mr. Braden, that the bullet was fired at you. But no, it wasn't the broker's gun that the pickpocket girl had when I saw her. Yes, the bullet from Winniebank's gun grazed my arm, and yes, the Skulkin brothers grounded the detective. But this was another gun entirely, a third gun. The broker's gun was not the murder weapon, so clearly there had to have been a third firearm involved. In other words, the accused must have had her own gun with her at the time. Yeah, but where did that gun go?
Objection!
It wasn't in the room. But no other gun was found at the scene. Exactly! Calm yourself, counsel. You're sorry? You must consider the events in order. Huh? At first, I saw the broker and the girl glaring at each other, and then all of a sudden, the broker turned to run. And it was at that moment that the little gutter rat shot him in the back. A chilly image, I must say.
Hold it!
All over her? Yes. Through the people, I saw it clearly. Of course, the scenes are invisible now, what the coat being such a dark color. But I assure you, that garment is sullied with the victim's blood. Well, it is sullied with blood, that's for sure. But it's not Mr. Winniebang's blood, is it? On stream, someone, I don't remember who, like, taught me where peeping Tom comes from. The term peeping Tom. It's one of these things, I knew what it was, but I never wondered why it's peeping Tom. Why it's the saying peeping Tom. And if I recall correctly, it's there is like a story where this okay, so there is this this queen or something like that. I don't remember who it was, but she was gonna go through a city and like the instructions were clear that you're like everybody has to close their windows because she was gonna go through the village on a horse naked, and the instructions were clear. Everybody had to close their windows and not look at her when she passes. But there was someone called Tom that looked, and he got severely punished. Hold on a sec. Yeah, okay, yeah, Peeping Tom spied on the Lady Godiva's naked ride. Yeah, mid-18th century, name of the person to have said to have watched Lady Godiva ride naked through the Coventry. Yeah, it's Lady Godiva. You know, you saw the paintings of the naked woman on a horse? That's Lady Godiva. So he spied on her. And what happened to him? So Thomas Pennant, he took a single peep. And what happened to him? Additional legend proclaims that Peeping Tom was later struck blind as heavenly punishment, or that the townspeople took the matter in their own hands and blinded him. Yeah, so that's where it came from. He spied on someone and he got struck blind. Yeah, there you go. You just learned something. That's right, it's Mr. Mason's Milverton's blood from when McGilda stabbed him 2 months ago. So annoying. If they only accept Hurley's chemical analysis, we could prove that. But they won't, so unfortunately we can't use it as evidence to support our case. Bother. Okay.
Hold it!
Did I hear you correctly? She threw the gun out of the room? Through the peephole? How does that work? After the broker fell to the floor, she started walking over. Over where exactly? In the direction of the storeroom door to where I was watching. Of course, I quickly retreated, and then the girl dropped the gun through the peephole onto the floor on my side of the door. But why on earth would she do such a thing? I couldn't tell you. Perhaps she was hoping to distance herself from the murder weapon. Without thinking, I went and picked it up. I suppose I was worried about just leaving it there in case any more tragedies took place. So stupid. So it was you, in fact, who took the third gun from the scene of the crime. Yes, it was yours truly. You can see the doubt in people's faces. I left the clear up to my lackeys and left. Clear up? We made a bit of a mess around the counter, so Mr. Whistle and Flute here told us to tidy up. Yeah, he's coming up with bullshit on the spot. God damn. Things are blooming mom sometimes. Well, I was paying you enough, by God. Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance the second disc in your jacket pocket? With a... You're like a bull. You're like a bull at the gate, aren't you? Oh. What's happening here? Oh my God. What is happening? Why are you doing this to the poor Waluigi? Oh my gosh, Waluigi is like... Oh my gosh. He's not even defending himself. He's just letting himself being shaken. What? He wants his lunch money. Give me your lunch money. I'm gonna shove you in the locker. Oh my God. The popo just bullying the poor criminal. He needs more fish. It shifts. Fish and oh my gosh, he's like, yeah, give me more fries. I've turned my fries into mashed potatoes. I'm out of fries. I'm out of chips. No.
Excuse me.
Can you, gentlemen? Tina is really losing it at this. It's so funny, okay? Something wrong, Sunshine? That should be my line. You do realize you were just violently shaking Mr. Skulkin. Violently is kind of like a bit much. It wasn't violence, it was more like just doing that. Just like that. I would say that the violence demonstrated from the prosecutor towards his wine glass, that's more violent than what he was doing. I'm just saying. Blimey, this D's a bit of an hooligan, ain't it? What was going on just now? You saw him, he grabbed me a whistle. Why the blazes? He said, did you mention the third gun when we got you down the station? Why didn't you? Cause we didn't know nothing about it, or that flaming people in the whole door. Sorry about that. I can be prone to losing my rag sometimes. No hurt. Are you? Not hurt, are you? He's not hurt. Poor Blimey. See, the way he's looking at me, I'm telling you, this D gives me the willies. That was strange. Inspector doesn't normally get quite as worked up as that. You wouldn't normally grab someone. Well, you don't know him like that. No, that wasn't like Rexy at all. He's normally all sweetness and light, no matter what I say to him. Yes, well, I think you might be a special case, Iris. Well, anyway, that was definitely out of character. Oh, see, it's fine now. He has his fish and chips. Everything's good. Everything's great. What's your feeling, Bruno? As much as I hate to admit it, I don't see any obvious holes in his testimony at the moment. But you have to find a way to break this man. And quickly, too, because once they discover the blood on the overcoat Gina was wearing... It's a bit strange that he's so sure of himself about seeing the blood spatter over Ginny's coat. Doesn't strike me as the sort of thing you'd claim if you had genuinely seen it happen. But we know that Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windybank, so what's going on? All I know is that it's very unfair. Why should some German scientist's test be acceptable as evidence when mine and Hurley wasn't? Detectives can use test tubes too. Never mind that. I have to find a real stark inconsistency in this testimony somewhere. And I have to find it before the prosecution discovers the bloodstain on Gina's coat.
Hold it!
Mr. Windybank emerged from the storeroom, I believe. Ringo and Nash were scouring the counter when he suddenly appeared and flew at them. He already had the revolver in his hand. Fortunately, I wasn't too close. Never been so scared all me life. Yeah, we're just regular mild-mannered burglars, that's all. We don't like violence, says the pair who carry a gun. What do you mean when you say that you were near the entrance to the shop? I was in the doorway, running my eyes over the shelves of forfeited items. Looking for the music box, of course. The broker went for Nash in the first place. Then Ringo joined in, making it 2 against 1, so I assumed he could handle the job. But he still hasn't explained why he felt the need to rob a pawn shop. He has a full job here. But I was wrong. I was trying to help my little bruh, but the old geezer chucked me over the blooming counter. So I pulled my gun on the old fella, and that soon made him a scalper. The pair of you setting up on the poor defenseless pawnbroker together. Shame on you. Sorry, guy. My lord. Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Explain yourself, officer. I have the results of the test that was ordered earlier, my lord. Ah, the blood on the accused overcoat. It's gonna say that it doesn't belong to the pawnbroker. Come on, Germans. You can do this. Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. Presume you have no objection, counsel? No, my lord. Well, there you have it. The report, please, Inspector. Yes, sir. Traces of human blood were found on the overcoat of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. From the extent of the stains, it would appear that they were the result of splattering following a gunshot wound. End of report. Goodness me, god damn it. For real? I had more faith in you, Germans. Work faster! Work faster, German scientists! See? What did I tell you? That was some sick voguing.
Objection!
No, the blood on that overcoat is not Mr. Windybank's. What on earth makes you say that, counsel? That the coat originally belonged to Magnus McGilded. Just before his overcoat was deposited at Windy Banks, McGilded had fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Overton. So the blood on that overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the omnibus case.
Objection!
Well, the dead cannot speak. Isn't that right, my friend? Sorry? 2 months ago in this very courtroom. No, not more wine for you to destroy. Did you not argue fervently for Miss Gilded's innocence? Depends on where I am? About what? And yet, now that the man is dead, you brand him as a murderer? Oh, that hand is strong. Goddamn. Where's the wine splatter on his glove? Magic wine. The Fae family in the original games can channel the dead. Yeah. I don't remember what I said before that. Oh. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said before that. Your conduct shatters any shred of... Oh, they was to Van Zeek's magic wine. He was like, the dead can't speak. Oh! Oh my gosh, okay, I see what you mean. Well, they can, yeah, let's go ask the Fae. Let's go ask the Fae. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Yeah, now I get it. Well, Van Zeeks may not be able to speak to the dead, but to conjure the dead, but he has magic wine that doesn't make any like wine stain. But that was... I caught a bally disgrace, treachery, that's what it is. How to determine whether the blood on that overcoat is 2 months old or not? Even a stereoscope could help the answer to that problem pop out. It can't be done. But we use Mr. Sholmes' special... Mr. Sholmes is a detective, not a chemist. Would you put such faith in a chemical formula devised by me, for example, when I'm a communications officer? I held out Piroski to starving boy and he ran away crying. Cute little mouse. Herlock Sholmes is barely more than a figment of the public's imagination. His name carries no weight in this courtroom, no weight at all. How could you say that? Victory is sweet indeed. This proves that my testimony is the whole truth from start to finish. How do you arrive at such a conclusion, sir? As the witness said, that the accused's cloth was splattered with the blood of the victim. The only way Mr. Graydon could possibly have known that fact is if he saw it happen. In other words, his testimony is solid and the conclusion is singular. It was the accused who shot the victim in this case. That is the whole truth. Oh my gosh, his back must be hurting. My lord, been a long battle this one, but this old war horse has something to say now, if you please. Oh, he's gonna say guilty. The whole fake truth, exactly. Mr. Foreman, as of this moment, sir, the squadron has reached its final decision. Foolish Van Zeek's always jumping to conclusions. I liked all the most prosecutors. I liked this. Van Zeek might be the only prosecutor that I cannot stand. Like he genuinely upsets me. Some of the stuff that he said is like, oh yeah, the man is totally racist. And like the stuff he does to his wine, it's like, really? Do you really have to assault your wine but also the public behind you? The previous prosecutors would never. And remember the prosecutor with like the eagle or something? He has black hair with like a white strike in his hair. I like this guy. He was awesome. He was awesome. He would never do that to wine. Never. People find him hot? I mean, you could find him hot, but as soon as he opens his mouth, it's like racism just coming out. Maybe if he stopped talking, sure. The Hawk guy was awesome. He was a good prosecutor. Yeah, also, what's her name? Francesca. Oh my gosh, Francesca with her whip. She was awesome. Definitely in the top 5 in the prosecutors. The way she would whip Phoenix, I was such a fan. I was such a fan of her. She was so much younger than him and she was whipping him. I was like, I admire you. I admire you. You know how to whip men. That's for sure. Ready, man? All for one now. Sir.
Guilty.
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 Van Zix could
Guilty.
never like be as cool as these prosecutors. Of course, the best prosecutor remains to be Edgeworth. He's the best one, but it's kind of you cannot beat Edgeworth. That's just impossible. But there's so many good prosecutors in the Ace Attorney series, and Van Zix is really at the bottom. Let's be real. It would appear the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached an unanimous verdict. I kind of want now to do a tier list of all the prosecutors in Ace Attorney. I kind of want to do that. He would be an F. Can't stand him. The defense has consistently failed to unpick this witness testimony. Here's to any attempt you may make at unpicking the jurors' decisions being equally successful. Yeah. I don't believe it. After I've come so far, how is it all unraveling on me so fast? Damn, I guess it's game over. How very distressing to be held in such low esteem. Oh my gosh! Is it our himbo? Our favorite himbo is here. It's the one, the only. Sherlock Holmes. Would you agree, Mr. Naruto? Officer? You've delivered the report now. That will be all. Thank you. It occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Naruto, that scientific truths are determined not by science, but none other than the human mind. I know that voice. Am I going mad? Ah! Oh! Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Oh my gosh. He looks so awesome. He looks so cool, even in a copper uniform. But please, go back to your regular clothes. You don't wanna be with the coppers. I love his face. He's like, the fuck? Look at his mustache, oh my god. It suits him. It suits him. Oh my gosh. Look at the detective is like, what? No way. He's like shocked of his eye. That's how you pose. Look at him. Look at him. Benedict Egg. Ashley. That's how you pose. What business do you have here, detective? The last I heard, you were recuperating in the hospital. As long as I would be had I not been set up upon an errand. What errand? Hurley, it's really you. You're awake at last. Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Now, my lord, if you will humor me. In what manner, sir? I have something of great importance I wish to give to the young lawyer over there. I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind as to spare us the time? What say you to this, Lord Van Zeeks? This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already. Exactly, having spent so long already, we don't want to go wasting any more precious time. As I was saying, having spent so long already, it would seem churlish to deny the defense a mere 5 minutes. Very well then. Counsel, you have 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. My dear fellow, I apologize for my tardy arrival. Mr. Sholmes, are you alright now? Alright, I'm all wrong. Sorry? I've only just managed to summon the string to stay in, man. I asked the judge for 5 minutes. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Please forgive me should I pass out. Let's make this discussion as short as possible. Harley, this place is full of idiots. None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is. Ah, well, that concussion of mine was really just a bit of a sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community and oversight on my part. Right, modesty, surely not. But enough of that. I'm here to give you this. My dear fellow. Oh, is that lunch? Is that a bento box? I love bento. What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping. Oh, that's so nice of you. A leaving present from Mrs. Sato. From Mrs. Sato? Oh yeah, Sato left. I'm reminding of Sato and I'm like, God, she was so much better than everyone in this room. She was too good for us. And she left. We'll miss you, Sato. We'll miss you. I want an ace attorney, but the attorney is a woman. I'm sick and tired of these men. Okay? I'm sick and tired of these men. I want Sato to be the ace attorney. God damn it. If possible matters were to be settled without me giving you this. Those were her instructions when she asked me to do her this favor. I don't understand. Mrs. Sato foresaw today's events, I believe. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhand, and that you, Mr. Naruto, fighting fairly as you are wont to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. At the very moment of crisis, you were to be given this small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions. A living present from Miss Sato-san. Whatever it could be. What is this? It's the machine I made. Ah. Oh, a cute kitty! A cute little kitty! Aww. I can use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flapomat. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Wacky in seconds. I love this. Oh my gosh, I love this. What's Susie up to? Mrs. Sato muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant. What? Did she say something like that? You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Oh no! No! No, don't say that. You're the best. Like you're so good. You're above everybody. Whatever did she mean by that, Mr. Schultz? That night when you left the banks in pursuit of the thieves, Mrs. Sato made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, dear fellow? No, not at all cryptic then. Oh, the hole in, like, above the peephole? Mrs. Sato-san used this cat flapomat that night, but why? I was wondering why there was like, oh god damn it, your 5 minutes is over. I was wondering why there was like a weird little like window above the peephole. We're out of time already. Aye. Okay, it's time to end this once and for all. I'm grateful to you for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. I need no thanks, detective. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? The jurors are unanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. But any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder... Mr. Naruto! Yes? The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What is your plan? The rest is down to me? I need to be careful here. If I make the wrong move, the trial will end badly. My lord, the defense request? Not time to think. Now it's time to come. It's come to this. My only chance is to appeal to the jurors and try to change their minds. What do you think you're doing, Mr. Naruto? Sorry? What of Mrs. Sato's gracious gesture? Would you let this final piece of evidence she left you go to waste? Final piece of... It's not the time for inaction. It's time to hear from a witness. But it's not possible for me to bring a new witness at the stand at this point. I don't think that's what hurry means, you know? Have you forgotten where we are in this trial? Okay, yeah. The defense has nothing more to add. I think we should proceed to the adjudication. Wait, my lord, the defense requests further cross-examination.
Objection!
The juror has spoken. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness now. The defense is not asking for the cross-examination of a new witness, rather to continue with one of an existing witness. What? It would appear that a rather important detail has escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. Oh, requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. I presume you have no objection, counsel? No, my lord. So nobody can say anything then. If Bruno asks to resume his cross-examination of Mr. Graydon, the court is obliged to allow it. This is absurd. I will remind those present that this is my courtroom. I concur that the defense is entirely within its rights to request the continuation of the cross-examination. However, I will not permit an unremitted protraction of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity in concluding the cross-examination. Counsel, you must choose but one statement from the witness testimony and but one piece of evidence to present in support of your argument against it. A single chance to present evidence? If following that the situation remains unchanged, I shall move to adjudication. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press this witness any further. My lord. Yes, my lord. A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Most generous. Well then, Mr. Naruto, it's high time I fell in a dead faint. I leave this in your capable hands. Mr. Sholmes. Does he have a concussion now? He kind of fell hard. To stand so insouciantly before the court in a state of such high fever, either the man has extraordinary strain of mind or an extraordinary lack of feeling. I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers. Strike a man when he's down, why don't you? Well then, counsel, are you fully prepared? Yes. One statement. One shot. I won't let Mr. Sholmes down or Iris. And I won't waste this final chance that Susato-san has given me. This is going to decide the entire outcome of the trial. Very well then, under the terms I have outlined, you may resume the cross-examination.